I'm working on some projects right now, and I don't want to share what they are at this moment, but some of you might already know what it is. Anyways, I don't want to share it right now because lately I've been learning how to stop abandoning my creations when, I don't know what I'm doing, when I'm afraid what other people will say, when I'm unsure if it'll turn out the way that I want it to, the way I see it in my head, or when I'm inconvenienced in the smallest way. I'm learning how to no longer abandon what I've started, because lately it's been feeling more than just abandoning a project. It feels like abandoning myself, my self expression, what I have to say, my voice. It's hindering me, it's keeping me small and stuck, and somewhere deep inside, maybe even proving to me that what I have to say, how I want to express myself, doesn't matter. And so, by continuing to push through the discomfort that I get when I try to create, when I try to finish a creation, finish what I started, is, proving to me that what I do have to say matters. How I want to express myself matters. Showing up for myself matters. And it's learning to become my biggest cheerleader, to show up when it's hard. Betting on yourself isn't easy, especially if you're used to shrinking and people pleasing, and you're constantly getting humbled for your light and your gifts, your creativity, your intelligence, whatever have you. It's hard to flip the switch on that, but it really is in those daily moments of choosing to express yourself, choosing to show up for yourself, and not dim your light, your voice, your talents, your perspective, your story, because you're afraid of the outcome. You're afraid of how others will respond, or you're afraid that, it won't be expressed in the way that you see it in your head or you heard it in your head. By choosing to show up for myself, by choosing to not give up on these creations anymore, on these projects anymore, I'm proving to myself that I can survive this discomfort, these fears, these doubts, that I can make it to the other side. And that becomes proof. That becomes tangible proof and evidence that I can do it, that I can create and fulfill that creation, that I can fully express myself without fully succumbing to the fears that come along with putting yourself out there. And the more I do it, the easier it'll get, or at least the more tolerable and manageable it'll get, because I'm sure the fear will always be there. I'm sure doubts will always be there. But as long as you keep returning to the fact that you will survive, and that you can make it through to the other side, and that your words, your vision, your creativity, your art, your expression does matter, then, you got it, really. You got it. You're winning. You're winning. And I'm understanding, and I'm learning to understand that on the other side of that fear and that doubt, that hesitation, is everything that you could have ever imagined. And it'll only take you choosing to lean into that fear, to lean into those doubts, and not run from them, but observe them, thank them for trying to protect you, because that's really all they're trying to do. They're trying to keep you safe. They're wounded, and they just want to be felt. They want to be expressed. And however you need to express them, you need to allow yourself to do that. And that's what I'm allowing myself to do. And it hurts, and it's scary, and I still have doubts that come up, that creep up, but stopping is no longer an option, because I know what it feels like when I stop. It feels like abandonment. It feels like what I have to say doesn't matter. It feels like I'm not even on my own side. It feels like I don't trust myself. And I hate how that feels. And so I'm choosing to lean into a different type of discomfort. The kind where I actually keep my word. I keep my promises. I see myself and allow me to express myself. And I know that on the other side of this will be something better than what I'm experiencing now, where, when I don't show up for myself, this is how my life looks and this is how I feel. And I deserve to give myself the chance, the opportunity to see what life looks like when I actually bet on myself, when I actually allow myself to express what it is that I'm feeling or what I have to share with the world. So, bet on yourself and see how life changes for you, honestly, because you deserve to see what you could be and how life can look like for you when you allow yourself to be seen authentically and as you are right now.